Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to each and every one of you. Welcome to today's The Traveling Tarot. This is your daily psychic forecast for Saturday, August 17th, 2019. My name is Stephen Dillard Carroll. Hi, how are you? How's your weekend going so far? How's your Friday night been, and how has your Saturday been treating you so far? Please do like, comment, and reply. Like, comment, and subscribe down below, and also comment and let me know how your weekend has been going. I'd love to hear from you. My hope is, as always, for this reading, because it is for the collective, my hope is that each and every one of you can glean something good and positive from all of my readings, regardless of your present circumstance. And at the very least, my hope and prayer for each and every one of you is that you finish this video, and when you do, you will leave this video feeling emboldened and empowered to make good and positive choices to help you live your best life possible. So, with all of that in mind, let's see what Saturday's story is all about. We'll start with the main plot of the day, and that main plot is brought to us by bam, perspective. There is the perspective card right there. Perspective. And perspective is brought to us by Archangel Chamuel. Chamuel. I think that's pronounced Chamuel. There is a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. I love that last sentence, dare to be different. So let's see what are the two subplots for today. Every good story has at least one or two subplots to it, so let's see what Saturday's two good subplots are. Our first subplot is brought to us by Six of Raphael. Six of Raphael, one of my favorite cards in this deck, actually. And it says, embrace your inner child, new friends or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. Six of Raphael, right there. Great card. So that is the subplot for today. So let's see what the second subplot for today is. And that subplot is brought to us by the Four of Michael. There we are. The Four of Michael. And it says, insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, seek relief from stress. So there we are. We've got the perspective, Archangel Chamuel. We've got the Six of Raphael and the Four of Michael. So let's see how all of this creates a story today, starting with our main plot, which comes from to us by way of perspective. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. What this is telling me today to relay to you is perhaps you've been running up against brick walls. Again, I think this has to do with perhaps work situations where you're hitting against brick walls, and you don't know what to do. You've been trying everything and nothing is seeming to work. This is saying there is a better way, and it comes via pausing for reflection and insight. Very often, again, and I say this a lot in my readings for people that are having problems in their career. Our Western culture, our Western civilization is based upon productivity and production and go, 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 now, 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 do, do, do. We need it yesterday. You're not working hard enough. You need to put in more hours. And when you're here, you need to be more focused. Do, 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 now, 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 go, 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 work, work, work. It's very much predicated upon that kind of attitude. And very often, that kind of mindset will burn us out and will end up bumping against walls all the time that we wouldn't necessarily have if we had taken time to pause and reflect. Western civilization, Western culture just does not have time for pausing and reflecting. But this Archangel Chamuel is saying you do need to pause and reflect because there is a better way. Very often also we get caught up in, well, this has worked before. This has worked for years before. If it ain't broke, why fix it? Or if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But this is saying perhaps there's a time for change here. There's a time to change the way that you're thinking about a process. Yeah, it worked and it has been working well up to this point, but all of a sudden you're running up against barriers, or you're running up against walls, and you're not quite sure why it's happening that way. The Archangel Chamuel perspective is saying your perspective perhaps needs to change. And sometimes the best way to do that is to say, you know what? I'm going to take a pause. I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to step away from this, even if it's just for a few minutes, or even better, I'm going to sleep on it. And hopefully something new will come to me in the morning after I wake up and I am fresh. The last thing that the perspective card says to us is dare to be different, which I bang that drum loudly every single day. When I talk to people in one-on-one conversations, when I do readings for people, I'm always telling people, be your unique self. Be the person that is specifically you. You are like a snowflake, certainly not in the political sense, we're not political here, but certainly in the uniqueness perspective. No two snowflakes are alike, and you have a unique perspective. Again, perspective card. You have a unique way of looking at life. You have a unique way of moving through life. Do not deny yourself that. Do not allow yourself to be turned away from that specialness that is you. And that leads us directly into the Six of Raphael. Embrace your inner child, new friends or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. This is saying get back to the simple things. Get back to the things that made you happy when you were a kid. Get back to the things that made you uniquely you as a child before adulting took over and perhaps forced you to conform to everyone else, like Borg in the Star Trek series, The Next Generation and Voyager, and I think they were in Deep Space Nine too. If not for very briefly. Anyway, yes, I'm a Star Trek nerd. But anyway, there was a time in all of our lives wherein we weren't adulting, and we weren't trying our best to conform, and we weren't trying our best to fit in and go with the flow and be like everyone else. There was a time in each and every one of our lives wherein we were uniquely ourselves. We knew exactly what brought us joy. We knew exactly what brought us happiness. We knew exactly what our passions were. Embrace your inner child. It's time to get back to that simplicity of unbridled joy that children very often have. So yeah, this is saying if you really, really want to dare to be different, be that person, be that little girl that has absolutely no problem with dressing up in a mermaid suit to go fishing with their best friend. How cool is that? How awesome is that? And the answer might just be there in keeping things simple, keeping things very, very much A plus B equals C. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Very, very simple. Getting back to the simplicity of childhood and finding that passion. Also, new friends or rekindled relationships. Because this is a subplot, there is always a romantic interest in these stories, and this may not be a romantic interest that comes into our characters' lives, but it certainly could be someone that meant a lot to us growing up, and we perhaps lost touch with that person. For whatever reason, we went our separate ways as we grew older, and perhaps that person is looking for us. Perhaps that person, through the magic of Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, is remembering the good old days of dressing up as mermaids and going fishing. And perhaps they're looking for you too. I'm getting very strongly from the Six of Raphael that there is a beautiful relationship that is about to be rekindled. You're about to run into someone that you haven't seen for years, and that person is about to become a good friend of yours. I'm not seeing romance here, but I am seeing someone that is stepping back into your life and is going to be a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful influence on your life going from here forward. So yes, that is what the Six of Raphael is saying. There is also another subplot of children or childhood. I would say when children see their parents having a good time, they follow our example. I've been saying that a lot lately to my private clients. You know, when they're going through something, to know, especially if they have children, that their children are watching them. They're watching them like hawks. So always put your best version of yourself forward, because your children are following your example. Same way with the Six of Raphael. If your children are seeing you enjoying life and being filled with joy and being filled with happiness and being filled with fantastical things and enjoying and experiencing the wild, woolly, and wonderful world that's out there, they'll follow that example too. And what a beautiful, wonderful example to put forth for our own children. Finally, the Four of Michael. Insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, seeking relief from stress again. This is just saying you are in the matrix of go, 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 now, 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 do, 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 work, 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 keep working, keep working, keep working, put in more hours, put in more time, be more focused when you're here, do, 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 work, 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 work. The Four of Michael is saying you need to take a break from that. The reason why things aren't working out for you in your favor, at least right now, is because you're not taking that time for quiet meditation. Those insights are not being able to come through because you're not taking the time for that quiet meditation. I often tell people, you know, even if it's just 20 minutes a day, take 20 minutes a day just for yourself. read a book, listen to music, take a quick 20-minute nap, sit and meditate. Whatever it is, take that time to be yourself. Take that time to say, this is me time. No, I won't answer the phone. No, I won't answer email. No, I won't answer text messages. No, I won't answer questions that are being presented to me by my friends, family, children, spouse. No, for these 20 minutes, I'm closing the door to the closet, the bathroom, my bedroom, and I'm locking the door. And come and see me in 20 minutes. It is so important that we take out that time to do that each and every day. And of course, it says the need for more sleep or time off. When we're in that matrix, when we're in that flow of go, 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 work, 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 do, 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 that's why we lose sleep at night, because we're so stressed out over the work that is required of us each and every day. The Four of Michael is saying you really do need to figure out a way to get your life back into balance so that you can take time to meditate and receive insight from meditation, where you can actually get, a good 8 hours of sleep every night, where you can seek relief from stress. This is how heart attacks happen, ladies and gentlemen, when we're in that matrix of constantly working. This is how people age before their time. This is how health issues come up, when we are constantly in that stressful, high stress environment of go, 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 do, 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 work, 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 now, now, now. The Four of Michael is saying we need to take a break from that and figure out a way wherein we can do what we love, be productive at what we love, come up with better ways of doing what we love, and be in balance as well. So that's what I'm getting from those cards today. Again, a change in perspective is, and that's the entire plot for the day. That's our main plot for today. A change in perspective would do everybody a little bit of good. So that's what I'm getting today. I hope that is helpful to a lot of you out there. Thank you, Spirit, for encouraging us to take care of ourselves and to allow ourselves to get back into balance so that we can come up with those great ideas, so that we can come up with those things that keep life simple and enjoyable, so that we can get a good night's sleep. Thank you for reminding us to get back to the basics in life, so that we can perhaps enjoy life better and live a life that's more in balance. So, thank you, Spirit, for those messages today. And also, I'd be interested to hear from you guys. Please do comment down below if you have run into a friend lately, someone that you haven't seen in years. Maybe someone has reached out to you via social media that that you haven't heard from in years, and you were excited to see that person again and meet with that person again and talk to that person again. I'd be interested to hear that story. So if you have that kind of a story, please do share it down below, because I would be interested in hearing it. So now let's get down to the nitty-gritty, I don't know what that was. I have no idea what that just was. But let's see if there's anything specific that the universe wants us to know about today. So let's give the cards a couple more shuffles. And let's turn over a few cards and see what is up for today. Oh, cut them into three. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. All right. All right, we'll start with the Four of Swords. There we are, right there. There's the Four of Swords, and this is just, again, reinforcing what we've already talked about. Whenever the Four of Swords comes up, it's time to retreat, it's time to relax, it's time to let go, it's time to take care of ourselves, it's time to back away from the hustle and bustle and the daily grind. It's time to rest. Four of Michael, the need for more sleep or time off. This is just reinforcing what we have already been talking about today. Making sure that we're taking time for ourselves, looking at things from a different perspective, taking time off so that we can come back and look at things from a different perspective. It's just reinforcing all of this. All right, the Devil card. And it's in the reverse position. There it is. Whenever the Devil card comes up in a reading, I always say that the Devil card is not a bad card. It's not a scary card. None of the cards in a tarot deck are bad cards. But they all just have a particular message to give to us. And what I'm getting from the Devil card today, especially since it's in the reverse position, is take responsibility for your own actions. And this is perhaps one of the harder things to speak about today. I get the feeling that some of you blame your current circumstance on everything but your own choices in life. Our choices in life bring us to where we are today. I often tell people that the future is ours to create. And so if you have found yourself in a situation wherein you're working, and you're constantly working, and you're running up against roadblock after roadblock after roadblock, if you're losing sleep at night, if you're not taking time for meditation, if you're not seeking relief from stress, if you're not remembering the simple things in life, the Devil card is encouraging us to stop blaming other people for that, and time to take some personal responsibility for how our life is shaking out right now. It's not saying it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. It's not that way. It is, but what it is saying is take responsibility for your role in this story. And also take responsibility for how things progress after this. The Devil card is saying you had a role to play in all of this. The Devil card also says you have a role to play in how things pan out from here on out. Take an active role in your own life. Do not allow outside circumstances to dictate the story of your life. You are actually in control of your own life. Start acting like it. The Devil card is encouraging us to take responsibility for our own actions, because when it's in the upright position, the Devil card is all about sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and letting our hair down, not worrying about tomorrow, dancing on a few tables. But when it's in the reverse position, it's asking us to, especially in this particular situation, to take responsibility for our lives, take responsibility for how things have panned out, take responsibility for our role in all of that, and then take responsibility for how things are panning out in the future. You have a choice. You can change your present circumstance. There is absolutely nothing within your personal circumstance right now that you can't change for the better, that you can't change in a good and positive way. There is absolutely nothing that you cannot change in your life. And the devil card is saying, take responsibility and then take conscious charge of your own life, which leads us to the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands has been coming up a lot for me lately in my personal readings with people. The Four of Wands dictates a happy home and a wonderful home and a loving couple, but it also dictates building a strong foundation for a home. Four corners of a house, strong foundation. This is saying build from here on out, start building a foundation for your career that allows you to get back to the simple things, that allows you to meditate, that allows you to get a good night's sleep, that allows you to let go of stress, that allows you to think outside the box, that allows you to be different, not just dare to be different, but be different. Start building that foundation today. Again, there is absolutely nothing that is preventing you from realizing that today. Even if it's just taking small steps each and every day towards that goal of creating a better foundation for your career and therefore and subsequently your life, you can do it. There is absolutely nothing that you cannot do. Again, I am so big on empowering people to live the best lives possible. I am banging this drum loudly. You can change your present circumstance. You can build something better for yourself for the future. You have all the tools in your toolbox that you can use to create something better for yourself, to create, again, that happy home, but building that foundation for that happy home. You see that castle that's in the background. It's built on solid ground, and it's not going anywhere for a good long time. So please do keep that in mind. Finally, we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Swords, and it's in the reverse position. What that is telling me, by the way, there's a Seven of Swords right there. There it is. But the Seven of Swords is all about character assassination, gossip, stealing people's good name. It's time to reclaim who you really are. For far too long, there may be some of you out there that have allowed outside circumstances to dictate who you are. For far too long. It's time to reclaim who you really are. Do not allow outside circumstances to dictate the story of your life. If you have been doing that, today is the day that I encourage you to change that attitude. To be not only the actor in your own life, but the director, the producer, and certainly the writer of your own life. Don't allow outside circumstances to steal who you really are. Yeah, that's what that's saying. So, what a blessing. These 7 cards, what a blessing that the universe has given us today to allow us to get back to who we really are. Taking responsibility for our own actions, taking responsibility for our future, building a career foundation that will actually stand the test of time, retreating for a little while to get your bearings back, get your sense of direction back, and then pursuing what you need to pursue. What a wonderful gift today. And so let's move on to our affirmations for today. And I think we'll just do the regular affirmator today. We've done love this week. We have done work this week. And we've actually done the regular affirmators for this week as well. But I feel as if we need to do the regular affirmator again. So let's give the affirmator a couple of shuffles. And let's cut them into three. Why not? 2, 3. Bing, bang, boom. Communication. And there's the communication card right there. Communication. And the communication card says, wonder how that other person's feeling? Ask them. Wish they knew how you were feeling? Tell them. You've just been drafted into the communication army, where there is a strict do ask, do tell policy. Speak with kindness and gentleness and reach an understanding. If you don't, assumption will just make asses of everyone, including the person who came up with that aphorism. So let's read that one more time. Wonder how the other person is feeling? Ask them. Wish they knew how you were feeling? Tell them. You've just been drafted into the communication army, where there is a strict do tell, or do ask, do tell policy. Speak with kindness and gentleness, and reach an understanding. If you don't, assumption will just make asses of everyone, including the person who came up with that aphorism. So there you go. I think that is a wonderful affirmation for today, to keep the lines of communication open, to make sure that you are speaking honestly, and not only speaking honestly, but allowing other people to speak honestly, and that you both are listening to each other more than anything else. So what a wonderful affirmation for today. And I will leave you, of course, with my affirmation, which is to love yourself. Love yourself fully, wholly, and deeply. Love yourself unconditionally. Love yourself first and foremost, and everything else will fall into line. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself unconditionally. Have a wonderful Saturday, everyone. Tomorrow is all about love. I've decided that our Sunday readings are going to be our love readings and our weekly love forecast. So be sure to come back tomorrow to check that out. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And have a beautiful Saturday. And I will see you all tomorrow for our love forecast for the week. Talk to you later.